Welcome to a demonstration of the PACEM program. PACEM stands for Parish Administration, Communication and Engagement Management System. PACEM maintains parish-related contact records, parish group membership records, financial donation records, sacramental records, newsletter subscriptions, and website, all in the one program. When you sign up for PACEM, you will receive an email link to your designated account with instructions on how to access the program and set up your multi-factor authentication using a Salesforce app or any multi-factor app of your choosing, such as Google or Microsoft. Instructions are also provided when you first log into the program via a link on the bottom of the login page. Only users with a valid username and password can access the program, and the user must have an active and connected device such as a mobile phone. As a cloud-based solution, PACEM can be accessed on any device with a browser and internet connection. For best user experience, we recommend using a computer, laptop, or similar sized device. There is no need to log into a virtual network or download a specific software program. Let's log in and look at some of the features of the program. A multi-authentication box will appear indicating that I need to approve the login, which I have now done on my mobile phone. For this presentation, we are using the demonstration parish of Luke and John. You will note the pencil icon next to the parish name. A user can have access to more than one parish, and by using the pencil icon, can switch between parish entities. This is useful for those parishes who are twinned or mission parishes, or for parish staff that may work across multiple parish sites. Once logged into your parish, you will be presented with a dynamic dashboard on the home page. If you are taken to a different section of PACEM, just click on Home to take you back to your home page. The dashboard shows alerts for actions that need to be taken urgently, such as failed pledge gateway payments, bounced emails, the status of working with children checks and criminal checks, and an open task widget to keep track of tasks to be completed. The search bar is available at the top of your database, so you can search regardless of what page you are in. You can search by different fields including mobile phone number, street address, envelope number, etc. The results will show all contacts, accounts, and sacramental records which has that search word in it. Let's look at an example. I'll search for the word Smith. As I start to type, different options start to appear, which I can select directly from the list, or when I hit Enter on my keyboard, a list of records appear that have that word in it. The top are contact records. As you can see, Friels appears on this list. This is because he lives in Smith Street. You can also see a households list and sacraments and rites register list. By default, the system will locate the top 5 records of your search. You can click on View More in each section to view the entire list. Also, you will have important information displayed on the screen for your search records, such as mobile phone number and email address, so you don't have to open the contact record itself to locate that information. Let's now look at the Parish Details tab. By default, you have a recently viewed list in different sections of PACEM. So let's look at the Contacts section under the Parish Details tab. Here you can see a recently viewed list. By its very name, it shows those records which you have recently looked at. There are a number of other already created list views which you can pin and unpin depending on your personal preference. For instance, I can pin the Parishioners Active list by selecting the list and then clicking on the pin. When I move away and then back to the Parish Details contact section, I see the parishioner's active list view. You can also do this in other sections. Personalised list views can also be created. This is covered in a help topic in the support section. We'll look at the support section later in this demonstration. Let's now look at the Contacts section in more detail. You can create a new record by selecting the New button and create different types of contacts. The default for every contact is parishioner, but you can also create suppliers, customers, donors, or choose other by changing the drop-down here. So all from PACEM, you can keep a directory of all your contacts. By using the New button, you will be creating a new contact with a new household. Let's look at a different way of creating contacts. As mentioned before, I can search for a contact using the search bar, or I can go to the Contacts section and see a list of my recently viewed or pinned list of contacts. I can then click on a contact to view more information about them. Directly from the contact record, I have a full view of that contact's information, including tabs which allow me to see their sacrament and rites records, parish groups, and payments records. On the right, I can see the other members of the household, and I can add or remove family members all from the one screen. Removing contacts from a household is very simple. Click on the red X next to the contact you wish to remove and select OK. The contact will be removed from this household and a new household is automatically created for that contact record. Let's look for the new contact. You can see that a new household has been created and all that needs to be entered is their formal and informal greeting and change any other details such as address or mobile phone. Let's go back to the original household record and return Josephine back to this household. You can do this by selecting the Add Family Member button. If you select Create a New Contact, a dialog box will appear and you can enter completely new details for a new contact associated to this household. However, we want to transfer Josephine back to this household record, so I will select Transfer Existing Contact from another family and type either the first name or last name and select that name from the list. Select OK and she will be returned to this household. Just a note, in PACEM, each contact record can only be associated with one household. Again, there is more detailed information available in the Help topics under Support in PACEM on how to do this. On the Sacraments and Rites tab, you can see sacraments and rites received by that contact and where. For instance, this contact shows they have received the sacrament of confirmation at our parish of Luke and John, as it lists that the record is in our confirmation register, but has received the sacrament of First Eucharist and baptism at another parish, as it is listed as administered by another parish. You can also see which parish groups a contact record is part of and assign other groups to this contact. On the Contact Records Payments tab, you can see the contact's pledges and payment transactions. We'll now look at tasks and notes. From a contact record, a user can see already logged notes and tasks or create a log note of an important phone call or an email and also create reminders for tasks to be completed associated with that particular contact record. Some notes are automatically generated in PACEM from other sections. For instance, if you send an email to a parish group, then an email note will be logged against the relevant contact records. You can also send emails and SMS messages directly from a contact record. However, sending SMSs will require setup by the PACEM team, and SMS charges will apply for the purchase of credits. Contact the team for further information. Tasks created in PACEM are shared and can be seen by other users who have access to the same database. You can also assign a task to another user who has access. For instance, in the case of a shared secretarial role and you require a task to be completed on a non-working day, you can assign that task to your counterpart in the office. Let's create one now. You can set a future date for tasks and set a reminder. You will receive an email per the reminder date time set by you before the task is due. The task will also appear on your home page to remind you to complete this task. We'll now look at the Parish Groups section. If a contact has an expired children check or criminal check and is not part of an active group, they will not appear on your home dashboard review list. Only current members of active groups will appear on your dashboard. Let's look at some parish groups in detail. Select the Parish Groups drop-down to see a list of your active parish groups, the number of members in each group, and whether the group has been published to your PACEM website. Each group can be customised to have a banner image and description for the web, as well as website and social media links. This is what a parish group looks like on a PACEM website. By selecting the Members tab of a group, you can see the associated contact records for that group. By clicking on the affiliation link, you can see more information and make changes to each contact record. You can also assign whether a contact is a group leader or group member. There is also the option of participant, which is a contact which does not require a children check. For instance, you could create an RCIA group which could include your leaders but could also have your candidates' contact records. These candidates could be marked as participant and thereby not require a children check. You can end date a member in a parish group. For instance, a contact may only have signed up for a group for 1 year. When you enter an end date and that date is reached, the record will automatically be made to former for the contact in that group. You can do this via the contact record or when you add a contact to a group. You can add groups to contacts via the contact record itself, or via the Parish Groups section, assign contacts to groups. You can also switch to see your former members and move them back to current by selecting the pencil icon. Or you can change a current member to former. You can also bulk deactivate a defunct group without the need of marking each contact record as former. The system will do this for you. Deactivated groups appear in the Inactive tab and are marked with 3 asterisks at the beginning and end of the group name to clearly show they are an inactive group. You can send bulk emails to parish groups by selecting the Email Group Members button and selecting one or more membership roles and/or groups. The email can also be personalised to include the first name and last name, and you can also upload files to your email. Once sent, an email note will be logged against each of the contact records. We'll now look at the Sacrament Records section. In the Sacramental Records section, you can maintain your sacramental registers for baptism, confirmation, marriage, funerals, and First Eucharist. You can enter multiple records for the one sacrament in your parish's register section, saving time in creating them individually. You can also link back to an existing contact record or create a new record without creating a contact record in your database. You can also print a baptism or baptism with other sacraments certificate directly from PACEM. Let's search for Joanne Black and open her SR record. There is a Print Certificate button in the right-hand corner. You can print a full certificate, which includes other sacraments, or a decorative certificate. In both cases, you would need to enter a signatory name and designation. This is the full certificate showing the date of birth, baptism date, place of baptism, celebrant, parents, godparents' name, as well as details of other sacraments. The decorative certificate looks like this. You can also send email notifications of confirmation and marriage records back to the parish of baptism directly through the PACEM interface. Let's look at one now. Let's select Anthony Black's SR record. There is an email notification button in the top right-hand corner. You will just need to enter the email address of the destination parish and then select Send Email. Another feature of PACEM is that you cannot add the same sacrament to a contact. Let's try this for Joanne Black. A warning message will appear indicating that there is already a sacrament of the same name against this contact record. For sacraments administered elsewhere, these are recorded against the contact record and not in the register section. We open up a contact record, then select the Sacraments and Rites section and select New, and enter the details of the sacrament and then select Next. We'll now move on to the Payments section. In the Payments section, there are some terms which need to be understood when using PACEM. Payments refers to donations or income received by the parish. That is, the payments made by a parishioner or other contact to the parish. Gateway refers to those pledges or donations automatically processed via the PACEM program. These are normally your credit card and direct debit donations set up for your stewardship, parish support, or Thanksgiving program. For the remainder of this demonstration, I will use the term Thanksgiving for what is normally either the first or second collection and can be called by other names depending on the parish. Gateway pledges can also be set up for other types of donations, including presbytery or special collections. Non-gateway are those transactions you enter into the program manually. These would normally be your cash, cheque, or direct bank deposit transactions, which are not automatically processed by the PACEM program. Let's look at a contact record, Anthony Black. In the top section, you can see the pledges and whether they have been set up as recurring, pledged, or are a stopped pledge. whether the pledge is a gateway, that is credit card or direct debit, or a non-gateway pledge, such as cash, cheque, or direct bank deposit. The Transactions section show you all the transactions which have been processed for the contact record. You can set up recurring credit card and direct debit payments which are automatically driven by PACEM. There is no need for setting up credit card or direct debit schedules through third-party internet banking providers. You also no longer need to log into these third-party applications to retrieve that information. All direct debits and credit cards set up and activated will be automatically processed in PACEM. Also, when a gateway pledge has been created, the credit card and bank account numbers are tokenized. Credit card and bank account numbers are not accessible once tokenized, ensuring the security of donors' credit card and bank account information. Gateway pledges are automatically processed at the payment frequency rate and commencing from the start date entered into PACEM. In this example, Anthony has 3 pledges. If I was to change recurring to stopped, this would stop any further transactions being processed for this contact record. You can also take once-off credit card or cash payments via PACEM for specific items such as hall or church hire, or other fees or donations using their existing card or entering a new credit card number, or enter a non-gateway amount if cash has been given. Entering weekly cash or cheque envelope donations is done via the Payments Transactions list drop-down. Select the Add Non-Gateway Payments button, select the appropriate campaign, and type and then select Next. You can enter multiple transactions by ticking the Add Multiple Payments box, which will then show a running total as you enter each transaction. When you have completed your last transactions, select Next until you get a blank dialog box screen, and then select the X button. For bulk amounts such as presbytery or loose or anonymous donations, enter these against envelope 5000, which has been set up specifically for this purpose. To view your transactions, you can select the List View and locate your transactions for the specified date, or select View Reports, Report by Bank Settlement and Type, and this will list your transactions sorted by date and type, i.e. cash, credit card. You can also view and print a transaction list for a contact or contact records. Let's have a quick look at this list. We select the Transaction Statement button from a contact. Enter a start date and end date, select PDF, and select the type of greeting, such as individual, formal, or informal greeting. Select Next, and a new tab will open up showing a PDF of the contact's pledges and transaction records. For multiple statements, go to the Payments Transactions list drop-down and select the Transaction Statements button, and again enter the start date, end date, and in this case, the group of envelope numbers you require. Select PDF and the type of greeting and select Next. A new tab will appear showing all the selected PDF statements. You can also export a summary list to an Excel spreadsheet by selecting the Excel download of actual versus pledged report, so that you can then mail merge with a Word document of your choice. If a mistake is made with a credit card payment, you can refund all or part of the credit card payment back to the contact's credit card account. A note will automatically be logged against a contact record for the refund so that there is transparency on the contact record of all transactions that have occurred. PACEM is also integrated with the Xero accounting system package. Once connected, PACEM will automatically push transactions to Xero for easy reconciliation of all your financial payments. You will need to contact your organisation's governing finance body to set up your Xero account. From the Payments section, you can manage your Thanksgiving program and other collections, including presbytery and special collections. These are called finance campaigns. Finance campaigns are a list of all the collection types you have. By default, your Thanksgiving campaign is already created in PACEM when your data is migrated. If you have other campaigns in your migration, these will also be created, for instance, presbytery. You can create and publish to the web a list of any or all of your campaigns. Here's an example. This allows you to set up online campaigns on your website for your Thanksgiving, presbytery, capital improvement project, or any other special collection, making it easier for donors to make once-off or recurring payments themselves using a credit card. We'll now move to the website section. Via the Web Content section, PACEM includes an integrated website platform using an easy-to-use standard template and interface. To start with, all parishes will have a main page set up for them via this link on the Web Content Parish homepage. Once your website is activated, all content will be fully searchable on the web. When you are ready to replace your existing website, please contact the team. The website platform comes with a Home and About Us, News, Sacraments, Parish Groups, and Donate link on the navigational toolbar. Your email subscriptions, such as newsletter, will appear above the footer section of your website, with the last 6 editions of your uploaded newsletter appearing here. Some information on your website may not be editable, for instance, your parish name. This information is embedded in the main Salesforce application, which is governed by your organisation's governing body. Contact the team if changes are required. The PACEM website is also mobile phone and tablet friendly, being responsive to different sizes of screens on those devices. You can also incorporate the donation and email subscription links to your own website if you choose to not use a PACEM website, by copying and pasting the respective URLs provided. Finance campaigns and subscription email link. Let's look at how to create some articles for your website. Select blog articles from the web content drop-down. Select Create Articles for Parish website. Blog articles is linked to your About Us, News and Sacraments section of the website. The web link refers to the newsletters, documents and forms section and other links at the bottom section of the website. Let's create a blog article. We enter a name and a category and select Next. Then all that would be required is to enter any other information and an image. When you are ready to publish your article, tick the Publish to Web box. Enter any further information and select Save. Let's look at uploading a newsletter. Again, select Blog Articles from the Web Content drop-down. Select Create Articles for Parish Website. Instead, we will now select Web Link and select Next. Enter a title, a category, and select Upload Document, or enter a URL link of the document's location, which could be held on a shared drive. Select Next. Upload your document, and again, once ready, select Publish to the Web and select Save. The newsletter will now appear in the newsletter section of the website. Let's now look at how to set up email subscriptions. On the Subscription Emails drop-down under Web Content, you can set up a subscription email service for people to sign up for your bulletin, newsletter, parish magazine, or any other subscription you need. This allows the subscriber to opt out of subscriptions themselves, thereby being compliant with anti-spam regulations. There is no longer the need to manage spreadsheets or sign up to third-party subscription services. If you have an existing list of newsletter email subscribers, please let the team know. We can migrate this list to your PACEM subscription list. To send out a newsletter or other information, a user just needs to select the appropriate subscription list, in this case Parish Newsletter, and select the Send Newsletter email, similar to sending an email to a parish group. Every email sent will allow the subscriber to opt out, and you can personalize the email by using the Insert Merge fields listed here. We'll now look at some other aspects of PACEM. In PACEM, you can have multiple users to your account. Also, one user can access more than one database, all for the cost of one user license. There are also different levels of access. Support is also included with PACEM. There are help topic support articles which are being revised and added to on a regular basis. Select the appropriate category and view the articles. Email-based technical support is also available via email pacem@cam.org.au, and a case number will be assigned to your query. And lastly, there is also 15-minute hypercare support available. You will also receive full support in migrating your existing PACS database, third-party credit card schedules, direct debit schedules, and CDF pay schedules. And we will also close these on your behalf. Each migration comes with 5 workshops where you'll be walked through the process of each step of your migration. If you don't have a PACS database, please contact the team to discuss the complexity of migrating your existing database to PACEM. Want to know more or sign up for PACEM? Please contact the team regarding your requirements at pacem@cam.org.au. Thank you.